congratulations, first of all, on the win.
No, thank you, Kevin. The pleasure's all yours.
Well, I did want to ask you a couple of questions. We'll also talk through this match, and glad you were able to make yourself available here. Calling for the Code of Honor referee, Gino Colucci. Thoughts on this matchup as they exchange the Code of Honor, Adam?
Well, it should be interesting. Silas Young's attitude as of late is very impressive to me. This guy's the last real man of professional wrestling. He does what he wants, he says what he wants, and he's gained a lot of attention because of it. And a Briscoe is a Briscoe, so this matchup should be very interesting.
Well, Jay of course, had a lot of things to say earlier on tonight. We'll talk about that, of course, as they lock up collar and elbow. Great crowd on hand. Any concerns tonight, Adam, as you get set to make your first title defense? You face basically anybody in this field of the Honor Rumble.
Well, I would be concerned if I hadn't beaten two men in one night to become your new Ring of Honor World Champion. I left Michael Elgin and Jay Briscoe lying in the middle of my ring, so there's no reason for me to be concerned whatsoever.
The quickness edge to Mark so far. Silas backpedals into the corner. All right, so let's get into it. Michael Elgin has said since Death Before Dishonor that he had you beat, that if Todd Sinclair wasn't knocked out of position as you were kicking your feet or swinging around in the Elgin bomb, he would be the world champion. What are your thoughts?
I find it so comical that Michael Elgin just cannot grasp that he's the #2 man in this company. I've proven time and time again, now obviously since I'm the Ring of Honor World Champion, that I am #1, so he can continue to make excuse after excuse, but the fact remains, I'm the one with the championship, I'm the ROH World Champion, Michael Elgin can stop complaining.
Great veteran move there by Silas Young, who found a way to put Mark Briscoe in some trouble. Can he keep control of the uncontrollable one? So, of course, Michael Elgin, you know, is on the hunt and would love an opportunity and could get that shot here if he's victorious in the Honor Rumble. But what about also your semifinal opponent, Tommaso Ciampa, as Mark Briscoe now starts to open up, but Silas Young responds with a shot to the midsection. Tommaso Ciampa fought with guts, tons of heart, really pushed you to the limit. And then, of course, he gets sent to the hospital the night before his wedding as a result of being locked into figure 4 and you kicking him repeatedly in the head. Now, I understand it's all part of the match and it's all part of the action. And we take no umbrage with you about that at all. Of course, he also had his knee aggravated as Silas Young gets sent to the barricade. But we know that while Ciampa spent time in the hospital the night before his wedding, on October 26th, the Glory by Honor, Chicago Ridge, Tommaso Ciampa returns. Are you at all worried, Adam Cole, about Tommaso Ciampa?
Oh, yeah, I would be concerned if he beat me, but I beat him that night. There's nothing for me to be concerned about. Listen, Tommaso is a great athlete. He's a great competitor. He came back from his rehab. He's stronger than ever. You know, with Tommaso being hurt again, maybe we can make another cute little rehab video and he can come back and he can lose to me again.
Well, Mark Briscoe taking the measure here of Silas Young, who's trying to find methods of escape.
No, Silas Young's just trying to catch a breather. He's trying to gain the advantage, which it looks like he's about to do now.
I want to ask you, Adam, you had a tough draw through the tournament. Mark Briscoe is your first round opponent, and Jay Lethal, and then Tommaso Ciampa, and then Elgin in the finals. Did you think that by being able to get through Ciampa and be relatively whole, that you had an advantage over Michael Elgin, who went through a war with Kevin Steen?
Oh, come on. I've heard this excuse so many times. I wrestled a match before the finals.
Well, I'm not saying it to make excuses.
I wrestled a match just before the finals, just like Michael Elgin did. So when people keep saying that Michael Elgin went through this war with Kevin Steen, yes, it was a war. But I did too with Tommaso Ciampa. It's no different. We were equally as fresh, or equally not as fresh if you want to say it that way. And I beat Michael Elgin. I proved I was the better man.
Well, Silas Young trying to prove he's the last real man in professional wrestling, and doing so at Mark Briscoe's expense.
There are very few things, Kevin, that put more joy in my heart than watching a Briscoe get beaten up.
But why all this anger? And why did you do what you did to Jay Briscoe?
Jay Briscoe has been in this company from day one. He said that many times. So because of that, he feels like he can do whatever he wants, and there should be no repercussions for his actions whatsoever. I'm finally being the one to stand up to Jay Briscoe and tell him that you can't do whatever you want. I'm the champion. Now I set my rules. We do things on my time, and I'm sick of Jay Briscoe always getting his way.
Silas Young snatching Mark Briscoe down. Gino Colucci giving him a problem in there, but Mark continues to fight back, displaying some of the redneck kung fu he is so well known for. Adam Cole, the new world champion, joins us for commentary. He will be in tonight's main event facing the winner of the Honor Rumble, his first title defense of his newly won crown, as Mark kicks out. Back to the rear chin lock, more pressure being applied by Silas Young. So let's, of course, go back to Border Wars and your loss to Jay Briscoe, Jay's first successful title defense. There was a moment at the end of that matchup, Adam, it looked eerily similar to what we saw at the end of Death Before Dishonor. Was the same thought going through your head that night in Toronto as what we actually saw at Death Before Dishonor?
I was as equally disappointed for not winning the Ring of Honor World Championship in Toronto at Border Wars as I was for not kicking Jay Briscoe in the back of the head. That night, I really knew that I had the chance of becoming a man, the chance of finally showing everybody that I'm not playing around anymore, and I chickened out. At Death Before Dishonor, I finally proved to everybody that I'm not playing around anymore, Kevin.
How has your life changed since you've become the champion?
No, well, it's been fantastic. As you can see, the nice suits that I'm wearing, I'm flying first class. Obviously, the paychecks have continued to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And let's just say the women are quite friendly nowadays, Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, well, that's such as the spoils of being the best. And you definitely are, as the Ring of Honor World Champion. There is no denying it. Watch Silas Young, who lands on his feet and now will try to spring to the top into a headstand position. He defeated Adam Page with this recently at Manhattan Mayhem, but comes up empty here in Minnesota, as now Mark goes to the top. Mark Briscoe looks to put things away here with the chop from the top. Young springs to his feet.
This is not where Silas Young wants to be right now. It looks like Mark Briscoe is in complete control of this matchup. There needs to be a game change, and it needs to happen now for Silas if he wants to win this match.
How hard are Mark Briscoe's hands on those chops? It's such an orthodox offense.
When he brings that redneck kung fu, it's no joke, that's for sure.
Overhand, and down goes Young. So here at a new dawn, we've got a new world champion. Well, we've got Mark Briscoe. Look at Dan things. Uncle Mule kick sends Silas back in the corner. Uppercut thrust there. Trying to pull Young out of the corner. Rolls through with the Death Valley driver.
Looks like he could be setting up for the Froggy Bow here.
Yeah, but Silas on his feet first. Conditioning of both athletes, Adam, you got to give it to them. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, both guys are very well conditioned. Pretty much anybody, if you're involved in Ring of Honor, you're a very well conditioned professional wrestler.
Sunset whip, traps his shoulders and gets the 3.
There you go. Well, get him, Silas.
Does Silas realize the match is over? I think he must by now. He's just tearing at Mark Briscoe. We know Big Brother Jay's in the building. Silas Young, what a sore loser.
Looks like Mark Briscoe is going to be in real bad shape for that Honor Rumble later on.
Yeah, it's a very good point. He's part of the field of the Honor Rumble. All right, that's
Just like I did at Death Before Dishonor, Kevin, Silas Young's just making a point right now. That's what you got to do in Ring of Honor.
Well, Mark Briscoe is victorious. We'll see him, I guess he's scheduled to be part of the field for Honor Rumble later on tonight. Action continuing here